Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Hana Kai Healing. I'm Hana, and on this channel I share with you the spiritual and esoteric mysteries of Vedic astrology, yoga, and Ayurveda to guide you hopefully on your path of deep healing and transcendence. And today I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest transits of the year, if not the biggest transit and the biggest day of the year, which is March 29th. It's tomorrow as I'm recording this, and we have a big eclipse happening in Pisces, as well as Saturn, who's going to be moving into Pisces. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about tomorrow's eclipse and the big day, the energy of the big day, stay tuned. So a few days ago I posted a video about Shani Maharaj, about Saturn, and shared how on March 29th Saturn is making this really big move, this really big shift into Pisces. And as I'm recording this video, Saturn is just leaving Aquarius, just inching up closer and closer to Pisces. And on this same day, just a few hours before Shani Maharaj officially enters Pisces, we're also going to have a solar eclipse happening in Pisces as well. Of all the Rashis of the zodiac, it's also happening in Pisces. And in Pisces, just as a reminder, we also have Venus, who is retrograde, Mercury, who is retrograde, Saturn entering the sign, and then of course the Sun and the Moon, creating this, what I'm calling a Mahastellium. A lot of people are calling it a pile-up in Pisces. And Pisces is a water sign, and it's really about dissolving, letting our ego, letting ourselves fully dissolve into the ocean of bliss and mystery that is the divine. But of course, in order to do this, we need to learn how to die to old patterns, die to old ways of being, die to our ego, and really learn the art of letting go and surrendering. I was actually speaking to someone today about this art form of surrender and stepping back and allowing life to move through us and being available to feel it all and consciously respond to it all, as opposed to being reactive, as opposed to being controlling of life. This is a moment in time cosmically where we're being shown that we really don't have control. A lot of people in the collective are dealing with high levels of uncertainty, as well as high levels of loss, grieving, letting go, lack of clarity, and also desire to birth something, to create something, and to make big shifts and big changes in life. So whenever an eclipse is happening, this is a good time to be more reflective, to be anchored in our sadhana, to be existing in our bodies, and be reflecting on what it is we really desire, what it is that we really care about, what we really want to create, what we really want to call in, and getting our consciousness ready to receive that, or understanding what we need maybe to create that thing that we want to birth into the world. It could be a new business, it could be a relationship, it could be a child, it could be going back to school, it could be a home, it could be a project. This isn't really a good time to start that. It's a better time to hone in on your energy and remove anything that's extraneous from your life or from your being, and then also get clear on what you need to create that which you desire in your life. And eclipses are always times when the veil between the material world, the world that we're existing in, and the spiritual world is very thin. And so if you are someone who's sensitive, you're probably feeling right now really overwhelmed by people. Like even going out to a coffee shop is a lot, driving around in the car is a lot, going to a yoga class that's usually peaceful might just be way too overwhelming for your energy right now. And inherently this is a good time to lay low and to stay in yourself, to stay at home And instead of going out and being around others, it's a good time to journal and self-reflect and to focus on sadhana and self-care. Really, really coming back to basics is going to be super beneficial at this time. And noticing any desires to do, instead stepping back and leaning more into receptivity. I posted about this super briefly on my Instagram, but if you are confused about something or you don't know which path to take, this is actually a time where you can call in omens, call in your guides, and call in messages and signs to get clarity. So, for example, something you can do during this time is ask. Like, say you're trying to decide between something and another thing, and you're not sure, right? Say it's 2 jobs, or say it's moving or not moving, or something like that. Whatever it is for you. Ask the universe to show you a sign for both, and you can determine what the sign is for each of these things. So you could say, okay, moving is going to be a duck. Show me a duck. And then staying in the place that I'm living is going to be a turtle. And then you just like ask the universe to show you that sign of that animal. And that animal symbolizes the choice. So I'm just giving you an example of if you were moving, but you can do this for anything. You could also ask your dream maker, which is the part of your unconscious that is connected to spirit, that reveals to you the things that your unconscious desires to work on and the parts of your shadow that are coming up to be healed. You could ask your inner dream maker before you go to sleep to show you a dream, to show you something in your dream that gives you direction, or that shows you something that maybe you are missing, that you're not looking at. And dreams are probably, if they're synonymous with any sign, they're the most synonymous with Pisces. Because again, Pisces is about the dissolving or the disintegration of boundaries. And Pisces is beyond material as well. And dreams also are not really happening in reality, yet they're so intrinsically linked to reality and to our psyche and to parts of ourself maybe that we haven't fully integrated or haven't fully met yet, but are actually wanting to come into existence. So dreams can really give us so much clarity and insight and point us in the right direction in our lives as well. So this is a really good time to dream, to sleep, and this is also a good time for water therapy. And I'm saying that because Pisces is a water sign, but also this eclipse is happening in uttarabhadrapada nakshatra. And uttarabhadrapada is synonymous with the serpent of the deep. It's this snake-like energy that goes underneath the surface of the water into the depths of the ocean and can unearth whatever it is from the ocean of the unconscious, from the depths of our being, and really awaken that energy and bring that energy into existence. It's also kind of synonymous with Kundalini energy, like this coiled up serpent at the depths and at the bottom of us that is aching to be awakened. And so tapping into water energy will help us also to tap into this energy of the serpent of the deep and make space for anything that is wanting to be seen, to be brought to the surface, to arise. So this is a really good time for that. Really good time to go to the ocean. Really good time to have a shower. Really good time to have a bath. And really good time to be in feminine energy, more of your flowy energy. It's not a good time to be structured. Although I will say that Saturn, who's also entering Pisces at this time, loves structure. So I think inherently Saturn is going to just bring that structure into our lives as he begins to work his way through this Rashi of Pisces for the next 3 years. Going back to this theme of stepping back, becoming almost like penetrable, allowing life to move through us, not needing to control. It's like Sometimes when we get out of our own way, when we stop trying to know the answers, to know what the next step is, when we can even let go of that desire for clarity, even though we hanker for it, and just trust life to show us. Trust in the divine masculine consciousness, that the great masculine energy, Purusha, Shiva, is holding us, is going to carry us through this. And then also trusting in divine feminine energy. That's our own feeling. It's the flow of life. It's nature. Trusting in all of it. Trusting in this existence. Even if we feel lonely, when we look outside, we can see the plants and the elements and the animals. We're not alone. We are in this rare human incarnation. And we've come here, we've taken birth here for a sacred purpose, a sacred reason. We all have a sacred dharma. And often knowing what that is and stepping into that isn't about doing, it's about getting out of our own way, becoming the witness, being quiet and listening. So this is more of a time to be a little more passive in your life, to witness, to observe, to feel, to journal, to integrate. And then inherently, when the sun and the moon start to move into Aries, we're going to get energized by this Martian energy, so don't worry. And if you're feeling like it's hard to get work done or to plan something, don't worry. Everything is going to become more clear, and especially by May, once the eclipse energy really clears, things will start to ease up for many of us. So this is definitely an intense time, and if you're feeling it, just trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your breath, focus on the inhale and the exhale. And even if it's getting too intense, see what you might need to expand your capacity to be able to hold just a little bit more. And know that on the other side of the resistance and the struggle, there's more freedom. So trust yourself, trust the universe, and trust the flow of life. So I'm wishing all of you a blessed eclipse, and entering Saturn. Saturn is entering into Pisces. This means that if your moon is in Aries, you're going to be starting your Sati. If your moon has been in Capricorn, you're going to be in the end of your Sati, which will be really good. You'll be finishing it tomorrow. That's huge. And if you are a Pisces moon, you're going to be at the height of Sati, so it's a big deal. And I'm sure I'll make a video soon on Sati. But anyway, I will leave you with this. Please let me know in the comments how you're feeling. Feel free to leave me any questions if there's anything in this video that's not clear to you. Also, if there's something you'd like me to make videos on, I'd love to know in the comments. I also plan to make some videos on other subjects related to sacred feminine energy, Ayurveda, and other things. So definitely watch this space for that. I just haven't been because March is such a big month astrologically, so I've had to really focus my energy. Yeah, thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end of this video, and I'm sending you all my love. Hari Om Tat Sat.